Still to come this morning, Corrie star Anthony Cotton, Lenny Henry's going to be here, plus Trevor E.
First, though, they go together like Cagney and Lacey, Gavin and Stacey, Strawberries and Cream. It's Torvill and Dean. Skating partners on the ice for over 35 years. They spend their Sunday nights enthralling us.
In just a moment, we'll be speaking with the legendary Jayne and Chris. But first, let's take a look at them in super skating, dancing on ice action.
The fantastic Jayne Torvill and Christopher Dean. Here now. Is there anything, looking at that, and you've done the beautiful silks and those incredible routines that you've done, is there anything you haven't done that you really want to do?
Well, you know, you're right, we've done just about everything that we could imagine on ice, but we like to do bungees, a bit more aerial stuff.
Bungees?
That would be
fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I'd like to do that as well.
Would you do it?
Yeah.
You
Okay.
wouldn't have to have skates on.
Of course,
so.
No, of course. I mean, I'll put skates on as long as you don't put me on the ice.
Do you ever go out onto the ice?
Well, this is a bit of a sore point, isn't it, really? This is a sore point.
Why?
Well, because it is claimed. I went out onto the ice. I'll tell the story. I'm going to tell the story. I went onto the ice in the first series in our Friday rehearsal. We had a big Friday rehearsal, and the guy said, well, come out onto the ice. I put the boots on, went out, had a bit of a skate, a bit of a stumble, a couple of slips, all that sort of stuff. And I looked up, and there was a line of suits standing there who all beckoned me off the ice and said, health and safety, you can't do that, you're not insured. And I said, well, I'll be liable for myself. And they said, no, you're not insured. And that has stood all the way through. And Christine also wanted to get on the ice, and she's not allowed to either.
But they said, how would get any celebrities on the ice
Yeah.
this way?
But you know, they do say, and quite rightly, they say, you know, how do you get from there to there if you have got broken legs? So, and we know it happens because we've seen the injuries.
Oh, yes.
How is everybody this week?
Everybody's, you know, they've got a good attitude. They're bruised and they're hurting just the way they should be. It's been a good week again. Sam's got really... Oh, I think the frog might be coming back from Sam.
Really?
Yeah.
So this was a lift that if you missed it, we took it out because he couldn't.
Well, he fell. Yeah, no, he hurt his knee from it, and therefore psychologically it all went awry for him. So we put in a safer lift.
Yeah.
But he has come back and said, I want to do this, and so it's back in this week. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
He's come on leaps and bounds, hasn't he? From somebody that just couldn't even get on the ice at the beginning to, I mean, how fantastic that this show does this. It kind of takes you through this process.
It's a huge surprise and how people have come on. I mean, there's Sam, there's Andy as well, who most probably the most improved from where he started to where he is now.
Yes.
But then
he's funny, isn't he? He's got such a great character on the ice.
Oh yeah, no, he's a full-on Manchester boy, and he's a lot of fun, I have to say.
And it does seem, it strikes me as the most, it is the most dangerous of these kind of celebrity entertainment shows, isn't it? I mean, forget the jungle. Dancing on ice has got to be the hardest.
Well, I can't remember anyone ever kicking themselves in the head on Strictly, that's for sure.
Exactly. And,
it's true. No, it is true. We glam it up. We've got all the sequins on with frocks. It looks beautiful, but at the end of the day, it's quite dangerous.
You've only got to look at this moment to know that, that was horrible, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, slow motion. Totally.
That really was. And I was standing in the wings, and you ran off shouting, medic, medic.
Medic, yeah, no, we needed to get somebody quickly. But, you know, everybody's on hand, and we sorted it, and she came back, and, you know, it's never been that serious. We've had injuries, but never that serious.
Seb, that was sad on Sunday, wasn't it, with Paul Sebastian?
Yes, we were devastated, and so was he, obviously, but that's never happened before in Dancing on Ice, even like with a couples routine, they've got the partner for support, but being on his own, he just didn't know what to do. It was just so overwhelming for him.
Jayne's made me cry a few times.
Did you guys agree with the judge's decision? Because he was brilliant,
because of that. Yeah. And that's competition, isn't it? It has to happen on the night. It's not the sum of. because he would have stayed. It's there and then on the night, and that's what.
Well, that's what we say. You'll be judged solely on what you're about to do, and that makes it fair. That's the way it is.
Yeah.
He forgot his routine. We were gutted for him.
And a great twist as well.
Yeah.
Love the twist.
Yes.
That's a great twist.
We had this year.
Let's go through. So we'll go through the ones that you haven't mentioned, because you mentioned Andy. What about Shemi?
Shemi's doing really well. She keeps improving each week. Last week we tried to soften her and make her more elegant. And I think that really worked. I think it really suited her, and I think she's learned from it. She's learned a bit more control with the skating now.
And what about Chico? He's a dark horse, isn't he? Come out of nowhere.
He just keeps getting better and better. He's doing some big lifts this week, isn't he?
Yeah, he's full on.
Yeah.
You
He's
know,
strong, isn't he?
He's very, very strong.
He's entertaining,
very
to watch
talented
as well.
And he's secure on his feet.
Yeah.
And he genuinely is just a nice guy. You know, he comes in bubbly.
Yeah.
That's who he is.
I love his
What
moves.
about Georgie?
Fantastic. She's,
Yeah.
you can throw anything at Georgie. She's fearless.
But she's very laid back about it. You
Yeah,
know, it's
she just thinks
you know,
it through and does it.
headbanger. Yeah, okay.
And the headbang, she just appeared to be fearless with the headbang.
Yeah, no, it's she laid back and enjoyed it. I
Well,
mean, it
she
was a
trusts
roller
that, so-
coaster ride,
Yeah.
and it is in the hands of the man a lot, but it's also trusting. It's the partnership that they trust each other. And the next level of that is for her to do it from the skate and land back on the skate.
What about Matthew?
Amazing.
Matthew, a couple of weeks ago he had a back injury. He's well over that now, and he's like really,
Last
really
week's
strong.
performance just came back huge, didn't
Fantastic.
he? I mean, it was just an amazing performance, and
So-
put it all together. So it's
It
anybody's
puts you in a
game.
difficult position. And
Yeah.
you say it's anyone's game, and I am going to ask you, because you don't want to ask you, who do you think's going to win it?
Who do you think? You're there as much as we are.
It's
Back at you,
so
Phil.
hard.
My money in the top three. I had Seb in the top three, so look how good I
Yes.
am at spotting it. I think Matthew or Georgie. Personally.
I think whoever's there in the last three can win it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it
whoever's
really is on the night, how you deal with the pressure, what you put together.
Because on that night they'll all be like, oh my goodness, I'm in the final, and they know that they can't afford to make one mistake.
And it's a long evening, you know, they've got their favourite number, they'll be doing potentially a bolero and one other number as well. So
three
there's
routines.
a lot to pack in.
Yeah.
And you are announcing today, got some exclusive information about the tour.
Yes, we're delighted. We've got Georgie Porter and Jennifer Ellison on tour with us. So
Fabulous.
fantastic.
And the great
news.
thing is that Sam Atwood's going to be there, so with this year's contestants competing against last year's winner as well.
That's a good idea.
Set up a lot of competition.
And you're hosting.
Yes, we're.
If I'm following you over these
multitasking.
next few days, watching and listening, is that
That
how
time I
you do
can
it?
teach you something.
We'll be looking forward to
And when does it
that.
start?
It starts on the 13th of April.
Brilliant.
How
Thank you.
exciting. I
Very
came
much
to see you
indeed.
guys on tour when I was about 10, and I
Oh,
absolutely
and we're still
loved
doing it.
isn't it?
Well, I hope you come again.
I'd love to. I
Please
love
do.
you.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thank
See
you.
you then.
Right, Fatima's